Duggar news. Rare spotting. Josie Duggar looks so grown up at Jana's wedding. When the Duggars became a huge TV star, viewers had no idea their fate would turn out the way it did. TLC ended up canceling their show after Josh's crimes came into the limelight, and he eventually went to jail. Duggar news followers had tuned in to the show for 10 seasons and saw many young kids of the family grow up on the show. In the second year of its airing, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar had also welcomed their youngest daughter Josie on the show. She was merely an infant back then and rarely appeared on the show afterwards. The child star must be 14 years old now and rarely appears on social media. But fans finally got a glimpse of the all-grown-up Josie after a major family event. Duggar news. Josie Duggar spotted in Jana's grand wedding. How does she look now? When TLC viewers saw 19 kids and counting for the first time, they were definitely intrigued. They couldn't believe how Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar held down the fort for 19 of their kids. Out of all the kids they have, their youngest is Josie, who was born in 2009. Viewers saw their birth on screen and know her from when she was merely a baby. So, as the show aired 10 seasons on TLC, Duggar news followers had seen Josie grow into a bright little girl. But since the show is no longer on air, they don't get to hear much about the young kids. They are also not old enough to be on social media. Well, viewers finally got to spot Josie after many years after Jana's wedding to Stephen Wissmann. Josie was in a wedding video that was shared on the internet for a few seconds. She gently patted her brother-in-law Stephen's shoulder as he walked with Jana, and everyone clapped. Duggar news followers couldn't believe how grown-up Josie looked. She was merely a child during the show but looked like a young lady in the clip. She must be 14 by now. Duggar news. Who all attended Jana's wedding? While everyone from Stephen and Jana's families was part of the grand celebration, some didn't attend the wedding party. For instance, Josie and probably most of the young kids were not allowed to attend the grown-up celebration, only the wedding. There was also a controversy about Jill Duggar not being invited to her sister's big day as she wasn't the maid of honor. Fans thought that as Jill was closer to Jana's age, she should have been maid of honor, but Jessa Sewald played that part, and Duggar news followers began to speculate that she might not have attended the wedding. But Jill proved everyone wrong by sharing pictures from the wedding. She and her husband, Derek Dillard, both attended the event. Jill also mentioned that she wouldn't have missed attending Jana's wedding for the world. It was rather relieving to see the sisters nullify the rumors about some sort of rivalry between them. Viewers have been happy to see how all the members came together for such a celebration. Keep an eye on TV season and spoilers for all the latest Duggar news updates. Duggar news. How much did Jana Duggar pay for her wedding? Cost revealed. A lot of exciting things have happened and continue to happen with the Duggars. A few years after Josh Duggar went to jail, the rest of the family finally started to move forward. Duggar news followers have been keeping up with many family members and all the milestones they have been hitting. One of them is Jana Duggar, who tied the knot a few days ago. Duggar news. Jana Duggar and Stephen Wissmann used cost-cutting methods to afford their wedding. Duggar news followers know that Jana has been on top of the moon. In August, the eldest Duggar sibling finally tied the knot with her old boyfriend, Stephen Wissmann. This year has been incredible for her as she just returned to social media. With this, she announced moving into a new house, flaunted her engagement ring, and finally announced she got hitched. As per the reports, Jana Duggar and Stephen Wissmann had a guest list of over 500 people. Both of them come from large Christian fundamentalist families. While everyone knows Jana has 18 other siblings, her husband also has 12 other brothers and sisters. They have been wondering how much the grand affair may have cost them. According to Cheat Sheet, Jana and Stephen may have strategically tied the knot on a Thursday. It's because wedding venues often cut down the price for midweek events, and weekends are costlier. That's not all. The Duggar news couple also didn't opt for catering services. Surprisingly, Stephen's family prepared the meals for the event. Research suggests that Jana and Stephen's wedding venue, the Grand at Willow Springs, has an expansive package worth $7,500. However, after considering their cost-cutting methods, they may have spent around $6,000 or less on the venue. Duggar news followers have been rather impressed with their strategies. Duggar news. How much did Jana pay for her wedding dress? As the wedding pictures from Jana and Stephen's wedding were out, fans couldn't help but notice the bride's gown. Duggar news followers realized that her dress was simple, lacking complex detailing, beading, or expensive fabrics. Some websites suggest that an average bride spends as much as $1,800 and $2,400 on her gown. Jana may have gone down the same path. If we take music arrangement, decoration, flowers, and photography into consideration, the couple may have paid as much as $4,000 for these things. So, after putting all these aspects together, it seems like Jana and Steven had a grand event and may have spent around $10,000 to $15,000 on their wedding. Keep an eye on TV season and spoilers for more Duggar news updates. Rarely seen daughter Josie Duggar appears at Jana's wedding. Counting on alum Josie Duggar is one of Jim Bob and Michelle's rarely seen children. The 14-year-old daughter is currently living with her parents in the big house. She often appears at family gatherings, especially on her siblings' vlogs and social media posts. Many people thought that Josie didn't attend Jana and Steven's wedding, but she surprised fans after a photo of herself at the ceremony surfaced online. Keep reading to see the picture. Counting on. How's Josie Duggar today? Josie is often called the most fragile daughter of Jim Bob and Michelle. The Counting On alum was born prematurely. This resulted in her having long-term health conditions. One of them occurred in 2014 when she suffered a scary seizure while filming for the show. Since then, Jim Bob and Michelle have done their best to care for their daughter. One of Josie's last appearances was on Joanna's vlog earlier this year. She spent several nights with Joanna, along with some of their sisters. Many were also surprised when they saw Josie wearing makeup, indicating that she's turning into adult. It was also reported that Jana is often tasked with looking after her younger sister when their parents are away, creating a strong relationship between the two. This puzzled fans when they didn't see Josie at Jana's wedding. But a new clip from the nuptials reveals that a young teen was actually at the ceremony. Rarely seen daughter Josie appears at Jana's wedding. Stephen Wissmann's sister, Alethea, recently took to Instagram to share a clip from Jana's wedding. But what caught the attention of many was the split-second appearance of Josie, shutting down speculations that she didn't attend. The clip features Jana and Steven's arrival at the reception, celebrating with their family and friends. Unfortunately, Josie Duggar didn't have professional or actual photos taken during the ceremony, though she appeared in the Duggar family photo. Counting on. James Duggar shares full family photo. James Duggar recently made headlines after sharing their full family photo at Jana and Steven's nuptials. The Counting On alum's post also confirmed that his sister, Jill, attended the wedding with her husband, Derek. Josie was also in the photo next to her dad, Jim Bob. A fan on Reddit, Connect_Bluebird_174, even named all the people in the photo, receiving a lot of positive comments from commenters. It was also revealed that Josh's wife, Anna Duggar, was at the ceremony, but some of her kids weren't. Many people also commended James for respecting the privacy of some of his nephews and nieces, whose parents don't want to share their faces on social media.